played alongside Aaron Gordon, Alfred Payton on the under-19. What was that experience like, and how well do you know those guys as players?
That was a great experience, being a part of that 19U team, USA team, just as a 17-year-old, playing up. But those guys were very helpful, Alfred and Aaron specifically, high motor guys that are very versatile. Alfred, his ability to pass the ball and defend, and then, you got Aaron, very high motor, high flying, his ability to finish around the basket. And so that was a very fun group. We got up and down and pressed, and, they're great players, had, pretty good rookie years. Aaron had injuries, but Alfred did pretty well down the stretch.
What kind of coach will Billy Donovan be in the pros? Have you got a guess?
I'm hoping he'll be a great coach. Playing for him was a great experience. He had a lot of success at the college level, so I'm hoping he could be a great coach. In the NBA level too.
When you hear about, when you hear about people, I think you're most frequently mentioned as one of the guys that has one of the highest floors in this draft, just because you're really well-rounded in your game. But do you feel like that speaks to what your ceiling is, or do you feel like there's still a lot of room to improve, despite the fact that you're already pretty solid in most realms?
There's always a lot of room to improve. No matter how good you are, the NBA stars will tell you they can get better. And so I'm young, 19 years old, fresh out of college, so I'm nowhere near my potential, my ceiling. And so every day I'm trying to work harder, work smarter, mentally and physically. Getting my body recovering, doing the right thing so I can stay fresh, so I can last an 82 game season and possibly more if we make the playoffs. So it's going to be a long process, but I'm going to enjoy it. There's going to be learning curves that I'm going to have to go through, but I think if I do the right things, then my potential is pretty high.
Coming into the year, your jump shot was maybe one of the biggest areas, scouts questioned. You shot over 40% from three. What changed with your shot leading up to this point?
More reps. That's pretty much it. It's just practice, repetition, getting to feel more natural. And it felt pretty good throughout the season. And so it is what it is. Shot 40%, and, it's a pretty good number.
Do you feel like you're going to, obviously at the college level it's different. Guys are a little bit smaller, aside from Jaleel. But do you feel like at some point you're going to reach the point where someone like a Draymond Green was, where they can play the four if they're asked to, or if they need to play on your guys? I know you did that at Duke, but it's obviously a little different.
A lot of times, I was at the Bulls-Cavs game the other day, and you got, Dunleavy at the four, moments when Jimmy Butler's at the four, LeBron's at the four. So especially late in the game, free throw shooting, you'll have smaller guys at the four position. And so it's just what your coach calls. It's the leader, the voice of the team. So whatever he says goes. And so if that's going to help the team, then, that's the role I'm going to have to play.
Justice, we know you've been asked these questions a million times, but did you meet or interview with the Magic and then the Sixers this week?
Yes, sir.
With both those teams?
Yeah.
How did the conversation with the Magic go?
It was very good. I really like their group, a young nucleus. I actually saw Tobias, in the hotel. I think he was at, I think he came up here for some media stuff. But it's a fun group, fun city, and so the meeting went really well. Just talking about different things, picking at my brain, on and off the court. So it was a very interesting meeting. Not at all, because I've always had, high expectations of myself and held myself to high standards. And so, it's not new to me. I know how great of a player I can be, and, in a way, I'm just going to, keep getting better. Try to block out, the attention of all the, media people talking, and just, focus on myself, focus on my game, and, try to reach my maximum potential.
Spacing is so important to NBA teams now, particularly it's constantly talked about. What are the ways you think you can provide?
I think I can be a great NBA three-point shooter, and at the end of the day, that's the furthest spacing you really need. But yeah, I'm improving my range every day to be a spot-up shooter, be a guy that can attack off the dribble, and so I think that's something that will really help. Playing this alongside other guys that are going to be in a lot of isolations. Not having my man sagging off of me and helping too much. I think that's something that will really improve teams and help teams out. Yes.
What's the biggest thing you took away from Coach K?
Just his mental approach to the game. He really helped me in the mental preparation, getting focused. Every game, even practices, workouts, and have the right mentality going to each and every one of those. And so I could, really maximize that opportunity at the moment.
Did you meet with the Heat?
No.
Like you said, your focus, your laser focus, your mentality is something teams have, always liked about you since, the Team USA days. Where does that come from?
I think just wanting to win. Wanting to win and being a winner takes the right mentality. So you got to be focused and locked in. Not to say you can't have fun. I love the game. I'm having fun out there, but a lot of times I'm just so focused and locked in that I seem emotionless or really lasered in. And so I guess that's part of my upbringing, being brought up in Houston. Playing maybe football, maybe making me tough or a stone-faced guy, but it's just part of who I am. That mentality and that focus and love for the game.
What are the biggest skill set you feel you bring to the NBA team?
What was that? Sorry.
What is the biggest skill set you feel you bring to the NBA team?
Just the winner mentality, the winner attributes, everything it takes to be a winner and get the job done. I think that's something that all NBA teams want, and I think at the end of the day, that's what I've done. That's what I accomplished at all levels. I think that's something that they're very intrigued by.